Welcome back to You're Done. Oh my gosh. So today's episode is, we're calling it like fitness and food.
Yes, but there's another name that you had for
I was thinking we could call it fitness solve. Fitness food.
Say it.
Fitness food in my mouth.
Once again,
Fitness food in my mouth.
say it 3 times fast.
Fitness food in my mouth. Fitness food in my mouth. Fitness food in my mouth.
Oh, look at
I was practicing my tongue
do
twisters.
that. I can't do that. I can't. Unique New York.
Oh, yeah. What's the other one? Yellow leather, red leather.
Yes. Yellow
Red leather, red leather. Yeah.
Oh, guys, you should try this too. It's
You
actually
should.
quite difficult.
This is what happens when theater kids get with each other.
As we said, welcome back, Tasha.
Brendan. And yeah, so today's episode, we're going to be talking about like our journeys in fitness and also food, 2 passions of Tasha's. One, I like them both, but
Human, you must eat. So
Yes,
it's a passion of yours.
truly.
So whatever.
yeah. And so for those of you that are just listening, that's too bad because watching us is always better. But the reason we were describing that is because we're actually wearing athletic gear.
Yes.
We went to a workout class before this. We did change and shower and whatever.
We've showered, not glistening with sweat.
But yeah, so that's sort of the theme of today is being in workout clothes. I had to switch my shorts because I only own really like Hoochie Mama gym shorts.
Me too.
These ones are a little bit longer and they have like liner in them, but most of them are like 4-inch seam. Like it's my whole coochie is hanging out if I'm sitting on it.
Question.
Please.
So do you always wear the compression shorts under it?
I always get
Because
them.
is there any spillage?
What do you mean?
Spillage as in like
Yeah, well, like what kind of spillage? I'm not.
not liquid spillage.
Oh, okay. Like
The junk
the
spillage.
junk. Yeah. So,
What do you mean?
this is so much TMI. I always get gym shorts with liners in them.
Okay.
One, because I don't want to wear like I need a liner personally. I have like I have big balls.
God.
And
he's like,
how can I describe this?
How can I say this any other way?
Yeah, and so
Your
I could,
cojones.
yeah, my cojones, my whatever, my huevos, yeah, would be like out for everybody.
God.
So I have to get a liner in them, and I don't want to have to do 2 things of laundry, like with underwear and whatever. But yeah, this is, anyways.
So here we are.
Here we are. So spillage, yeah.
And this was
Which are actually kind of hard to find. Like they don't really sell a lot of shorts with liners in them as much anymore. It used to be more popular, but
maybe if you guys know about brands, you're gonna let us know.
totally.
Because we're fitness junkies now, apparently.
And what are you wearing? Because I think yours is fitness, but also it has else.
I'm wearing an Aritzia bicycle shorts.
Okay.
I think I have them in 7 colors. And Spain jersey for my sporties out there because Spain won Euro Cup. That's my team.
Yay.
So I'm repping for this episode.
I love that. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Oh my gosh.
Cheers. Fresh.
Fresh. So before we get into our theme today, let's talk about our ketchup.
The ketchup.
Okay, so I can start.
Please tell me about your week.
This is it's a you're done moment for me. And it literally happened yesterday.
Okay.
So in my fitness and food journey, fitness food my mouth journey,
Food in my mouth.
I try to cook at home more. I don't really love cooking, as you know.
As
I
I
like
know.
cooking for other people. I don't really love cooking.
He's never cooked for me.
And
But he just said he loves cooking for people. I need that to be noted, said, it is recorded, and it's on the pod. Moving forward.
let me clarify. If I have to cook, I would rather cook for people, but I don't like actually doing it. And you're way better at it than me anyways. So, and this story will tell you why you don't want me to cook for you.
Proceed.
So I've been trying to cook for myself more. One of the things I do is like I'll buy like a bunch of chicken breasts and I'll like, season them and whatever. And despite the color of my skin, I do actually put seasoning on the chicken before I
Do you
cook
wash your
it.
chicken?
No, that's weird. Do you wash your chicken?
For all my Caribbeans out there, please make sure put in the comments why one must wash their chicken. But move forward.
Tell me.
No, it's your ketchup.
I have heard.
Move your-
Okay,
it's your
whatever. So, okay, I'm not. let me clarify. When I say I'm seasoning it, I am seasoning it, but it's probably not to the extent other folks might.
As long as it's more than just salt and pepper.
Totally. So usually what I will do is like a seasoning is it's like the base is like paprika, and then it's like onion, garlic powder, salt, pepper, oregano, which is all good.
Yeah.
I thought I had bought more paprika, and I use like a lot of it in the base.
Okay.
When I was making my seasoning yesterday, I guess instead of using mostly paprika, I used red cayenne pepper, which is like, as a delicate white person, it's quite spicy.
Did you? Okay.
For me.
No, I'm not coming for you
Okay.
on the spice level. I was more like, did you not know which one was which?
No, I know the difference, but the thing is that the bottles look quite similar, so I didn't even look at them.
You're just like, I'm cooking.
Yeah.
It's red.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're good. So I like do the whole thing, whatever. I don't even think about it until I finish making it and I sit down to eat, and I'm like, holy, why is, oh my God, what did I do? I'm like, am I suddenly like, what? I was like, you're done. Because I went and checked and I was like, yes, of course. I used almost all red cayenne pepper.
Well, you know what? This is helping you build tolerance.
Yeah, but so the part of the you're done to this is that like I watch Hot Ones and I'm like,
Ooh, me too.
Maybe I could do that. I can't do it.
I could do Hot Ones. Invite me over. As I said, my family has a hot sauce company.
Yeah.
Invite me on that because I could do it.
That would be a good one. Anyways, it was a very much I like was sitting there and I was like, you're done. You're so done.
But was the chicken moist?
My chicken is pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Most people overcook chicken because they're scared to undercook it because salmonella is not cute. No one wants that. But if it wasn't dry, that's good.
Yeah, I looked up a bunch of different like recipes online, and it's like cook it at a high heat for a lower, like less time. And it seems to be pretty moist. So yeah. And I've had some feedback that has agreed with me. So
well, maybe one day I'll be part of that group of people that
you can have
appreciate and like that you cook for.
Oh, but I love it when you cook for me.
Whatever, most do.
Okay, what's your catch up for this week?
All right, so this week, so we're actually filming this. Like we sometimes film on this day, but we were supposed to film a few days ago.
Yeah.
But to talk about food.
Okay.
When I'm hungry, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. And I'm like, the moment I open my eyes, I'm like, it's time for food.
Yeah.
Like I go to bed thinking about food. I have a dream about food. And then I wake up and I say, it's time to eat. And I was really craving an egg sandwich.
Okay.
Right? And this is like the morning we're supposed to film.
You don't really like egg though? Or
I love egg.
Oh, okay.
That's probably a different friend that he has that he cooks for.
No. I was thinking about when we were getting breakfast this morning and you were like,
I don't enjoy a folded egg from Tim Hortons.
Oh, fair.
It's not a freshly cracked.
Got it.
You know?
Okay. There's
like
tears.
Shipped in kind of thing. Yeah, exactly.
Fair.
Anyway, so I'm making my egg sandwich. I'm like so excited. I put on an episode of Love Island and I go to take a bite. And apparently I thought that I was the delicious egg sandwich. And took a massive bite out of my lip. It was literally skin was flapping off of it. I had to pull the skin off. TMI, okay? I'm like missing a section of my lip.
Yeah.
Bleeding. And I was like, at the same time, I was like, but the egg sandwich.
I just need to know how you eat that happened.
But I just like,
because you chomp.
I chomped. So much so that I could not film that day because I felt like I was having a lisp in not like a cute way.
to get out of it, which is a totally fair reason. She sent me a picture and I was like, yeah, don't come over. That's like some body horror stuff. I don't need that.
Though, I actually, and also on food, I went to be a chef at our friend of the pod, Kanitra.
Yes.
Her school. They invited me back to teach the kiddies some cooking.
That's so cute.
And it's like cooking with Chef Tash. And we made fish tacos with a lime crema. They don't call it a cream. They call it a crema. And while I'm talking to them, I'm like, make sure to put on the dee-da-da because like I'm scared to re-bite my lip.
Yeah.
It was a hot mess.
You're done.
Yeah.
I like how both of our stories are about how we're done to ourselves.
It's gotten better. It just has like a few like dots or something still in it.
Mm-hmm.
But then I did bite it again accidentally a little bit yesterday.
Ow. Ow.
Yeah. Ooh, I hate when you bite your tongue, bite your side of your cheek. It's
yeah.
horrible.
Yeah, I used to, it's not quite the same, but I used to get canker sores a lot on my tongue and then I would bite them.
Did you have a lot of sweet things or what's it called? Sour things?
I do like sour stuff, but I'm not really a candy
That's how you
person.
can get them.
Yeah, I guess it was, I don't know what it was from, but
You're
yeah.
just so sweet yourself.
Nobody would agree. No one would say that about me.
So sweet. La, 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 la.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad your lip is better and that we're able to film.
Speak. If there is a kind of lesbian thing going on, deal with it. It's part of my personality.
It's just your inner gay man coming out.
Deal with it. This is my, personality moving
Oh my
forward.
gosh. So, okay. Thank you for the catch up.
Thank you. Thank you for your-
So the theme of today is fitness, food in my mouth, fitness and food. So I've never really liked working out. That has not been my thing. As a kid, my parents, so I'm actually named after a hockey player. Folks who know me would know this about me.
You're such a hockey player.
I know. I mean, technically, I guess I like maybe have the build of a hockey player if I did do it.
Yeah.
Like I'm tall. I'm not like whatever, but I'm so deeply uncoordinated.
Okay.
But my parents really wanted me to be like athletic growing up. And so they put me in sports and all this sort of stuff. But I had asthma. So I just because I was forced to do it and because I had asthma, I hated it. So it isn't been till the last year of my life, maybe a little bit before that I've actually started getting into working out and whatever. I still don't love it. I like the results of it. I have more energy. I feel like it's good for my mental health. But yeah, I don't know. Fitness is just not the vibe for me. What's your
For me, I am a person that does love it, but
And have you always been?
yes,
have you always loved
my
it?
version of fitness is more on the dance vibe.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Obviously growing up in dance.
Yeah.
So that's hard.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that is a sport for sure. But just recently got more into, before my wedding last year, I did have a personal trainer. Shout out Manuel. And
who follows us on my
does,
Instagram? Hi.
killed me. But was I snatched for that wedding?
You were.
I was.
Oh, you were.
Okay. And I just didn't want to be muscly, right? I want to be toned, but I don't want to be muscly.
Yeah.
And then stopped it for a while. And then now going back, go to Orange Theory. Love it. They try to kill us.
They should sponsor this.
They should. Because my lactic acid in my legs right now are burning.
I hear you.
Burning. But I love it because I do like the results too. I have more energy. It's just something of a routine. I wanted something more of a routine.
Yeah.
And it helps me have all the food that I want.
Yes. Before we get into food, I want to know so because you do dance a lot, did you also because athletes do their sport, but they also work out as a part of their sport to get stronger. My sister Kennedy, shout out Kennedy, was a really competitive soccer player. And so all her life, and then she actually did bobsledding for a while. She'll love that I'm telling this because it's her thing.
Bobsledding?
Yeah.
Could she be on the Jamaican bobsled team?
Well, she trained with them because Cool Runnings is from Calgary.
Wait. You can't just drop something like that and then just think that we're going to pass through that.
Yeah, so Cool Runnings, the movie, if you haven't seen it, is about the Jamaican bobsled team.
Yes.
Which is based off of a real story.
Yes.
And they train in Calgary because Calgary is one of the few places in the world that has, I think it's called an ice house, where all year round they can do bobsled stuff. So all these countries from around the world come to, their bobsled teams come to Calgary and live there full year round. So she'll fully roast me in the comments if I got this wrong, but I know that she trained with because she was on the development team to eventually go on the Olympics.
Okay, go ahead, girl.
Have we not talked about this before? Oh.
Never. Your coolness level already so cool. It just went up.
Yeah, Kennedy is way cooler than I am.
That's hard.
Yeah. So because she was a competitive soccer player, part of it was that you play soccer, you run around, but then they would have to do workouts and stuff. So did dance do you do that, or is it just the cardio of dance is enough?
The cardio of dance is a lot, but then you also want to tone.
Okay.
Right? So I went to School of the Arts high school,
right?
Went to School of the Arts university. And so all those things you want to also maintain. And so that you have the stamina, that's what I'm looking for.
Endurance.
The stamina, to keep up. So going to the gym is something important to do so as well. But we're lazy folks sometimes,
I get it. Yeah.
And so like getting up, like there's people that go to our gym that go at 5:45 in
Crazy.
the morning. No, thank you.
Yeah, Aaron, who, if you get to this episode, good luck. But he goes that early. Evil, demonic.
Like 7, I'm trekking and I'm
Yeah.
pushing through.
No.
Right. But like, I think that seeing, for me, also why I like it now is when you see more women doing it too together and it's a group workout. I like that. Cause sometimes you go to a gym, like big box gyms.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
yeah, it's like the dude. Yeah.
And you're like, can I just use that seat? Like,
oh my gosh.
I'm here for all girlies, but like, sometimes the girlies that are just taking photos, and I'm like, Mama, can I use that?
Can I have that?
She's like, 2 minutes. My
2
set's
minutes.
almost done.
No.
But you're not doing anything.
Yeah, and that's what I like about like going to Orange Theory is that like there really is quite a diversity of like body types, age range, fitness levels,
ethnicity.
Yeah, so it really doesn't like I think the struggle I've always because like even in high school and stuff, I would go to like the YMCA and stuff. Like it's not like I'm totally didn't ever do that kind of stuff, but I always felt uncomfortable. I was always like, I don't know what I'm doing. I like feel like I don't belong here. And so like going to stuff where it's like, oh, I'm just one of the other people has made me more confident to then use other gyms. So like I'll use a gym in my building and that kind of stuff. So yeah. And like I want to age well and I want to look hot for as long as possible.
Period.
The only way to do that, unfortunately, is to work out. Sadly.
I hear that. We want to look like this forever.
I know. That's what Botox in the gym is for. You don't need the first one.
Listen,
ever.
Because my high cheekbones, they're not moving.
Never. Ugh, gel.
But the problem is, like, growing up, I actually hated having them.
Your cheekbone?
Why? You know why?
Why?
Because it looks like I'm in a good mood and happy. And so people think that I'm like always like
perky,
perky, but it's just that I have high cheekbones.
You also are quite a smiler.
Yeah, but it's still there.
Yeah.
And so it still looks like I care.
Oh, and you're like, so and I think this is maybe off on a tangent. My cheekbones aren't as high as yours, but I have something. Yeah. I do wonder if that's like, people say that like some people have like customer service faces. And I wonder if that's because we've both worked in customer service. And like when I'm just like out and about in the world, people will pick me out of
you.
Hey,
you're one.
Directions. What's going on? I was at the airport earlier this week. I'm sitting there. I'm clearly another passenger. And this guy comes over and is like, do you know where I need to go for this gate? I'm like, my guy.
Maybe. I have a boarding pass too.
I'm in Montreal. I don't know. I'm trying to fly to Toronto. Why do you think I would know where you're going? But of course I was like, let me look it up for you.
It's your face.
That is my face.
It's your face. You're just so kind. For those who can't see,
yeah.
He's doing a big clap.
Let me help you.
I'll be that one helping.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, like fitness, guys, I just say if you have good tips, good workout practices, foods, things like that, put them in the comments, put them on our socials.
Yeah.
We're learning.
And if you want to join us for a workout class, also let us know you live in Toronto.
Yeah.
We'll go. We could do like a URDONE.
Oh my God, a URDONE.
Yeah.
Workout class.
Oh my God, that would be fun. How cute.
You envision it. Okay.
Me too.
It's there. I got it.
I mean, the branding.
The sign is Yuri.
yes.
Just for some zen.
Obsessed.
In the studio.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so the second topic is about food, and I really feel like you should kick that off because you.
Well, I have a question.
Okay, sure.
With the food thing.
Okay.
Like, growing up, like food is a huge, huge, huge thing in my home.
Okay.
Right. So my first question is, does or do your parents cook?
Okay, Kim, I love you. Before I get into this, Kim is my mother. She can cook, and she has definitely gotten a lot better in age. The problem has always been, so she can and does, and she makes some really good stuff. Not everything is great.
Okay.
But I also think that that's like it's to your point, like it's a family thing.
Can you give me an example of one of her highlight meals?
So she makes this really good, it's like a blueberry French toast cream cheese, like bake for Christmas Day. And it's really good. And she's been making it for a long time. And it was, I can't remember when she first started it, but it was a really good thing. She also Yeah, let's go with that one. She does make other good stuff, but like it's been years since I lived like at home, so I don't even.
But when you were there like 3 times in this year,
We
you didn't
we
eat?
usually go out to eat.
Got it.
Yeah, that's usually my
What about
family's thing.
Papa? Papa, do you cook?
No, Dave's version of cooking is hamburger helper. And like, so this is the thing. Part of my like, I have been trying to like become more into food, but my family life was like, my dad is super picky. So like, I remember a lot of craft dinner, hamburger helper, spaghetti with not bolognese sauce. It was just tomato sauce and ground beef.
Got it.
No seasoning.
So there was no bolognese.
No bolognese. No
there was
spices. No, he can't do spice at all. Like, sorry, I'm fully roasting you, but whatever. But like, because of that, a lot of our food was really bland. And so I kind of just grew up thinking that food was bland. And so it wasn't until I like left my parents' place and started to discover things more for myself. Like I've always been adventurous in eating. I'm not necessarily adventurous in cooking.
Got it.
And I think that that's like thanks to my aunt who is from Hong Kong originally. And so she would like, she took me to dim sum as a little kid. And like I had like chicken feet for the first time, which is whatever. It's like not that.
I'm Jamaican. I had
totally.
all the time.
But I remember like going home and telling my mom and she's like, what? I'm like, it tastes just like chicken. It's just
the foot.
Yeah. It's stuff like that where I'm like, if I go to a new place, I want to try like whatever the delicacy is.
That.
Yeah. And I don't really have a lot of things I don't like in food. I don't super love fennel, like licorice taste. I don't love.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm working to overcome my, cilantro thing. I'm trying.
You've gotten better.
I've gotten better. Yeah. But they also didn't really teach me how to cook anything. So that's like, as an adult, I'm like, I don't really like
that's
cooking.
Good. We'll work through it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for.
Exactly. So, and that's the opposite for you, basically, right?
I grew up, obviously, for those who don't know, I'm Jamaican. And typically in like Jamaican households, you get a lot of Jamaican food, which is delicious food. Please eat more Jamaican food. It's delicious. But my mom, she cooked everything. And she's a great
cook.
Mommy,
yeah.
Great cook. Okay.
Auntie Joy, we love you.
We love her. She's a great cook. And so I was very fortunate to eat a lot of great food like growing up and like watching her cook. I watched like every cook show with her.
Yeah.
Growing up,
Okay.
like that. And so I love to cook. I love to eat. I like to watch grocery stores shows, like go to the groceries.
Yeah.
Like there's ones that like, what is it called? I can't remember.
Supermarket, whatever thing.
Yeah, with Guy Fieri.
Where they have to like run around and like shop and stuff. Yeah.
Like all that stuff. I'm obsessed. But now I love to travel for food. And I love to, honestly, I'll spend money on good food.
Yes, you will.
Yes, I will.
But it's worth it because it's an experience, right?
Good experience.
Yeah.
I love good experience. So I'm thinking like, if I could think of like my 3 favorite restaurants in Toronto right now.
Okay.
Okay. I would say Abril, which is in the lobby of the Sutton Hotel.
Okay.
Delicious. Go once a month and they have like a tasting menu.
This is the one where it's like the one chef guy.
Yeah,
He's like quite young.
It's Chef Andreas.
Okay.
Check it out.
We'll have
it's
to
delicious.
tag them.
Marked.
Love. Yeah. So good. Yeah.
If you want to walk out there like this, go side to side from their bottomless mimosa.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And, across the street from Union Station, there's a restaurant called Chateau Mate.
Oh, is it like Japanese
it's like
fusion?
Japanese, like Central American fusion a little bit.
Okay.
It is so good.
I've seen it a lot and I've always wanted to go.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's just stop this whole episode and let's just go.
See ya.
Bye. It is so
Cute.
good. We'll go.
Okay.
They have a crispy rice with spicy tuna, kind of like Nobu.
Okay.
They're opening a Nobu in Toronto, y'all.
I heard that.
They're
Oh,
opening.
we have to go.
Please let me be at the first day.
Yeah.
Invite us over. We'll go. It's so delicious. So I think that those would be like my 3 favorite currently.
Okay.
Do you have some favorites?
Yeah. My favorites are, and so my appreciation for food is different in that like restaurants I love for the vibe too. So one of
All
them,
those are vibey.
yeah,
Promise.
I love Giorano's really, really nice restaurant, also called The Nose. It's in Leslieville.
Yeah.
Love that place. Their giant meatball. Fuck yeah.
we love
meatball. And then Lau Lau Bar. It's on just off of Yonge. It's
Do
so
you know that Yonge is the longest street in the world?
I did.
So when you say just off Yonge, you gotta
I
be a
know.
little
Okay, so it's
more
like
specific.
Young and like Saint like Peter or something. I don't know. It's like I don't know.
I don't like. There's a
Just
street
look it
called
up.
St. Peter.
It's Laotian food.
Okay.
They used to own Sabai Sabai, which was on Bloor, and then they had to close it because of the TTC, because the station or whatever is
Got it.
changing. So they bought this place. It's so good. We'll go.
Okay.
I can't believe we haven't. We'll
No, we
go
haven't.
together. It's one of my favorites. They have a really good like. Actually, I don't have it on the menu anymore. But Morning Glory. It's like this. Anyways, whatever. Moving on. And then the last one would be. Have you ever been to Le Petit Déjeuner?
Yes.
The for brunch?
Yes.
I love that place.
Delish.
So cute. Yeah, and those are all like
The
cute,
ones you
easy.
like.
Yeah.
Before
They're
we leave-
less fancy than yours for
Fair.
sure.
Before I can go to less fancy. It's
Yeah.
just the three that came on my mind. But before we go into our segment, I do have a question.
Sure.
What is, unless you could have one or two,
Okay.
like the craziest thing you've ever eaten?
The crazy I mean, so crazy is like subjective, right? Because it depends on where you're
Relative.
I've had like a scorpion before.
Okay.
When I was in Thailand.
Okay.
And it's because I don't actually think it's a delicacy there. I think they do it like to fuck with tourists. Not to fuck with tourists, but like I don't think anyone actually eats it there, but they're like, oh, a tourist will pay like
Ooh,
crazy.
Yeah.
And it was crunchy, whatever, fine. And then I also had fermented shark in Iceland,
Fermented shark.
which I actually think is like probably PETA is going to cancel us for having done that because I think it's like not very humane the way that they get it, but it's like a thing that you do, and it was horrible. It was truly gross. Yeah.
I'm trying to envision pickled
I
shark.
can't even tell you what it no, because it was like black because it's fermented. Like it's just it's not right.
But at least you attempted.
And that's the thing, I'll try it.
You tried.
So by the time this airs, I think I will be in Europe.
Yep.
And I'm trying to think of like what is like a Maltese delicacy, like what they eat.
Take
there.
pictures and we'll post it because I don't know
Yeah.
what they would have.
Yeah, follow me on my trip at the
Ooh.
Brendan Bailey on Instagram. I won't be posting a ton because I'm going to try to be off my phone a bit, but if you're interested,
Update.
yeah,
Making sure you're alive.
thank you.
Thank you.
What
Okay.
are your craziest things?
Okay, so I used to live in Ecuador. And
What?
Yeah.
When?
The year outside of high school, because I went to build a school with Free the Children.
How have I never heard this story?
I'm
You're
very
such
talented.
multi-talented. She's a construction worker. How long were you there for?
Like 4 months, 5 months.
What? Okay.
Sidebar.
A different episode. That's crazy though.
And then I went back. But anywho, their delicacy there is guinea pig.
Mm.
And I had a guinea pig and I named him Mr. Guinea. And
Okay.
I thought it was quite iconic. I don't know why you're laughing.
Because
Why are you laughing?
Because you're gonna eat Mr. Guinea.
No, I couldn't.
You couldn't do
The
it.
thing is, I'm a person that wants to try food. The problem is, it's not like it was like a chicken or a cow that's cut up and then you're seeing it in a different form.
Yeah.
It came out guinea pig.
Like with the fur on it?
Like it still looked like the guinea pig. And
Okay.
I knew it was a delicacy, but I couldn't do it because all I could see was Mr. Guinea.
Oh.
And I couldn't do it.
That's fair.
But that was one that I really wanted to try, but I couldn't do it. I could see him.
Would
look
you
up
do
at me
it now?
Maybe.
Like, has it been enough time?
Do you have one?
You know what? We could go to Petco. We could YouTube it. PETA really is gonna like fully blacklist this.
Seriously. But even though I didn't have Mr. Guinea,
Okay.
what I would say is I have had, when I did live in Australia, kangaroo,
Okay.
and I have had alligator.
I've
in
had
Florida.
alligator
And
too.
it just tastes like swampy chicken.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
it tastes the swamp.
Yeah. I had it in Portland, which is a random place to have it, but it was like at a Louisiana style restaurant. Yeah.
Fancy. Yeah. So those are the things that I would say are the most adventurous that I've had.
Yeah. I love trying like food like that. I think it's fun. It's like the experience.
Yeah.
It's why I get why you go to like Michelin star places. Cash.
But I do love underground spot
Of course.
too, right?
Yeah.
But like there's foods that I cannot like. I don't like olives because my brain thinks they're
Really?
grapes when I was a kid, and I used to grab them
Yeah.
and eat them, and they weren't grapes.
Yeah. As you're saying this, I realize you actually have way more things that you don't like food wise than I do. But you have a much higher appreciation for food generally than I do.
I don't like cauliflower unless it's made well. My mom would never bring it to the house because we're like, why is it so white?
Why it gotta be white? Why what's that white broccoli?
Is it a albino broccoli?
You know that it is all the same plant, right? Brussels sprouts, cauliflower.
Brussels sprouts I don't like.
Okay, interesting. Same plant.
So like maybe it's because it's from the same plant that I don't like it.
Maybe
it's something about it that I don't love. However, if it's made right, I'll eat it.
Okay, fair. So there's limits. You don't like raw tomatoes?
Raw tomatoes, I'm allergic.
Oh.
I'm allergic to Eggo waffles and cotton candy.
And technically you should say chocolate, even though you're not.
It's just disgusting, except for the skin color.
So I love chocolate in all forms.
He has one on his table, just like loose.
Yeah.
No. Chocolate, skin, perfection, the food, not so much.
No, food is so good.
Choo choo.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, it is the fitness food in my mouth episode.
Choo choo magoo. Shall we have our segment?
Yeah, I think to tie that in a nice bow, like part of the thing with food is that's why we also work out.
Exactly.
So you can eat. I love dirty, nasty food like McDonald's, pizza, all that shit. And I'm grateful that I can go to the gym so that I can do both.
And do both. But you know what I love doing at the gym?
What?
Seeing other people's embarrassing moments.
And that is what our segment is about. So today, for those of you watching, if you watched last week's episode with Kenitra, you would know that Tasha's inflatable mic, Herbert, did we name it?
I think I named him Herbert. Is that what I said? I think so.
Is a little flaccid, unfortunately. And she was like, we're going to switch today. And I was like, no, you always have the red one. So I'm not switching with you.
Would be.
I mean, you can have
sharing is
you
caring.
can have it.
It's okay. We just want to get it to the finale. So here we are.
Let's pray that it'll make it that far. Okay, so today's segment is what?
Out of the group chat.
Out of the group chat. So for those of you, it's probably been a minute since the last time you heard the segment. This is our iconic segment of where we talk about something that you would normally only share in a group chat. Today we'll be sharing our own stories, but sometimes we may share someone else's story. But so Tash, what's your out of the group chat?
Oh, you're definitely going first.
I have to go first? Okay.
You have to go first.
Okay, so my out of the group chat, and it's funny because it actually lived in a group chat, this story. So it's a very applicable.
Yeah.
So I have a gym in my building. It's pretty nice. The building that I live in, the entire top floor is like where all the amenities are, which is great. So I go there. It's really beautiful, whatever. And this was back like a while ago because I'm not on Reiner anymore. But there was this person in the building who is on the grid, and he his profile was just like a bit crazy.
Okay.
Like,
what does crazy mean?
It was really demanding. Like sometimes people on their like dating profiles or whatever will put like, you need to be this, you need to be that. I won't be doing this. It was like cuckoo crazy. And his face was not on it.
And yet he's asking for all that stuff, but he didn't come in with anything.
Crazy. But so he had taken a picture in the gym. And I knew it because I could recognize like the view from the top of the building. And his picture, I swear, I hope this person never sees this. His picture was just below his nose. And then it was like the rest of his body.
Got it.
So it was like half of his face, but not the important part.
Yes, he's just trying to be like.
But he had a really recognizable like nose strip on. And I was like, that's odd. I thought it was like a Band-Aid. You know how like back in the day, like Nelly used to have like the Band-Aid on his face?
Yeah, that until his brother got out of jail.
Is that why?
Yeah.
Oh.
The more you learn.
The more I learned a thing. So but I was like, is this guy like wearing it for like fashion? Like what's
Like
going
a
on?
nose strip, like to sleep? Like to,
Yeah,
to
like a
not
breathing
snore?
nose strip. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, which I thought was weird. So whatever. And I was like, this guy's crazy, block. Cause like, don't take up room on my grid if
Sure.
you're, I'm like, I'm not going to be doing whatever they're weird demanding.
Nor will I be for you.
So then I was in the gym and this was like a little while later. And then I see this person walk in and I was like, no strip. It's no strip. Oh my God. And so I like my friend, because my friend had come to visit and they had seen his profile and he was really into the guy that like he was demanding. So I took a creeper picture of him and I was like, you'll know that it's him because you can see the nose strip if you zoom in.
Maybe he needs it to breathe.
Probably. And now I see him all the time. The other crazy part, oh my God, I'm going to be put on blast. He rides around on one of those like motor, like, okay, it's a single wheel, like scooter. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like
It's like a single wheel with two pedals
Yeah.
on it. He
And he
rides
has-
around on that all the time.
that means he has good core strength.
He's a wafy person, though. That's the other thing. When I saw him in real life, I was like, Monsieur, you're so tiny.
Monsieur,
Who are you demanding anything of?
Mr. Stuart Little.
I am not that crazy, but I could boss you around real easy. He's little. Anyways, and he rides around on that little thing, and I was just like, this. Anyways, this is why you don't go grinder when you're in your own building, because then you end up seeing people that you're
And
like,
you bump into them, which is the thing you hate. Bump into them when you're gonna go put away garbage.
yeah, and he was like annoying in the gym. He was, anyways, this person, I don't know their name, so they'll hopefully never figure it out. But they'll, if they see me in the gym one day, I'm gonna be like, I wasn't talking about you, I swear. Anyways, that's my out of the group chat gym story.
Okay.
And it's, I don't know if it was embarrassing for them or embarrassing for me, but
It's a story.
it's a story.
It's a story. I have a two-parter.
Okay.
One is insane, and there's the other one's just like really.
Do you want
fast
the
and
blue
quick.
mic for it?
I'm living with what I'm given.
It does match
With what I'm given.
it matches your jersey.
He's like, what are those things called?
Yeah.
Sports teams.
Sports ball. Woo.
Okay, so the short one. So one of my friends, Marty, I hope you're listening
Oh,
to this.
hi Marty. We love
He
you.
is so funny. When he's at the gym and like if there's someone that's good looking, we're like, oh, like send us in the group chat.
Yeah.
And the way that he does it, he doesn't just like take the picture because that's super bait. He doesn't just like this. So he's like,
Yeah, you
Yeah.
take it. Yeah.
I'm on my way. Click, click, click.
That's what's so great about the new iPhones with the
Yeah.
action button.
The action button.
Click, click, click,
And
click,
I'm
click.
like, iconic. I think that's amazing.
You've just given away Marty's like thing. Now everyone will know he does that.
Well, he works at his own gym now, so
Okay.
he's fine.
Are there
he's-
Marty, are there hot guys in your building? Send the pictures to me too. I want to be included. Please.
The second one, I will never forget this. I will never ever forget this. Okay, my university in Montreal, Concordia, has its own gym, obviously.
Yeah.
Downtown campus, and everyone that goes there is like in the football team and the rugby team.
Hot.
Just like hot, yeah. And then like the girls that go, you're either like also on one of the female teams,
Yeah.
or you're really caring to work out, or you're just going for the show.
Love. I would go for the show.
I was a little bit of one, a little bit of two. Okay. A little bit of one.
Double of this, double of
And
that.
You know, that's when like they come to try to chat you up, right?
Does that happen?
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Oh my
Oh yeah.
God.
And I'm like, you're freaking sweating and someone wants to come and chat you. And I'm like, no.
I have a story for this after.
Love. And so this guy comes over to me and my girls that were like in like a group that are there. And like, I would give him a solid 7.
Okay.
Okay.
Seven's not bad.
7's not bad, but he was a 12.
Nice.
He thought he was a 12. And he's like chatting us up. And we're like, no, we're good. We're good.
Thank you.
And so then he's like, no, it's like, I'll chat with you guys again after. And we're like, And so he comes and goes to the bench beside us. And he's literally like grunting. 'Cause
Oh.
he thinks that like,
Oh yeah, it's
barrel
like
sounds are gonna make me go. You're like, you know what? Get what I'm doing. Forget that we're in a public place. Let's get it on here. Right? And he's like,
Was it hot?
No.
Okay.
It was literally like just the worst sounds,
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
And he was doing oh my gosh.
A bench press?
Bench press, thank
Okay.
you. And you know, you're lying down.
Yeah.
And clearly he's doing one heavier than he can take. He doesn't have a spotter, right? But he's really wanting to show off and show out.
Was he
right?
like muscular?
He was like on the verge of
Okay. On his way.
He was on his way.
Okay.
But he really thought he was a 12.
Okay, got it.
And so he's doing that beside us because he thinks that like we're gonna like jump over to him.
Yeah.
And on one of the big grunt ones, let out the biggest fart that like reverberated through the gym. It was like, yeah, I did that like this like floppy. It was so loud, and he was trying so hard to be so hot, and you just hear this bubbly, blah, blah, blah. Like
he shit himself.
Probably.
He probably shit himself.
And the whole gym went silent, and then he placed the to the side and literally ran out
because he shit himself.
Ran out. And everyone like was trying their hardest not to laugh. And so it's like those laughs that come from your actual vagina.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And dying. And I never saw him in the gym again.
He couldn't come back. He was banned for shitting in the gym.
But like, here's to say, if you're really wanting to show up and show out, just be you. Don't go with the weight that you can't do.
Yeah.
Because you want to know what that will do? Push air out of your body
and other things.
And it was
like bubbly.
Yeah,
it was so gross.
It was so loud, and I'll never forget that. I'll never forget. So thank you for whoever that was for that iconic moment of the first year of my university experience. Very iconic.
Wow. You know what? The story I had can't top that. So we have to wrap it up there because that's
blah blah blah. Blah, blah.
Oh my God.
Blah, 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 blah. You know what? We all fart.
We all,
right? But like
not loudly
we
like
don't
that.
necessarily want to have it when we're trying to pick up the other person.
You know what's so funny is because like they say that you're like, you know, people, embarrassing things happen to you, but like people won't remember. If it's embarrassing enough, you will give someone a story for a podcast.
Yeah, I'm a person that like you could have tripped across the street like down far, and you look up and you're like, oh, thank God no one saw. And then you look towards me and I go, I saw that.
And I remember.
I always see it. And I'm not like, saint of my own embarrassing moments. Yeah. Of course I have them. Yeah. But I laugh it off. But like, I love to catch other people in there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well,
obsessed.
Well, that man wasn't farting his butt. So I think I think we are able to wrap it up for today. Blah, blah. We promise if this is the first episode you're watching, we don't usually do toilet humor, but sometimes it's worth it. So as always, you can find us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify at URDONE the Podcast. You can also find us on Instagram and TikTok. I would recommend, if you're not following us on social media, Instagram, we post some fun highlights with some visuals, especially for our listeners. So check us out and stay tuned for next week, which is our finale episode.
Guys, we made it to the end.
Yes, just season 1. We'll be back.
Oh, we'll be back.
But yeah, stay tuned and we're really excited. Thanks for joining.
Cheers.
You're done. Bye.